Hello guys and welcome to the second episode of our podcast, Seek Them Out. This podcast is a Valorant-based discussion of any updates to the game or anything that has happened within the Valorant community. In this episode, we are going to be talking about the agents that are currently in the game as of Episode 2, Act 2, and we're going to rate them and rank them in a tier list from S to D. You may hear a new voice within this episode. This is our friend Benjamin or Ben, who is going to be a full-time co-host with us from now on.
Alright, well, let's start with the default characters in quotations. So the ones that, the ones in the beta, the first ones. Yeah, alright, Breach, my main for the past couple weeks.
Yes.
I like him a lot. He fits my
playstyle. I think he's really underrated.
Yeah.
Yeah, not a lot of people play him, but when people do play him, they seem to just dominate completely.
Yeah. Like his flashes, the amount of times I've been triple flashed, and it's so annoying, honestly.
No, me as well.
Makes you rage so much.
It's just his ult as well, though. Like, it lasts way too long. It should not last as long as it does.
The ult is the thing I have the most trouble with. Actually
why though?
Using and doing properly.
Anyway.
I know. I need to just throw it properly. I think the thing is that it actually requires a bit of coordination. And a lot of the time when I throw my ult, people just sit at the back and they don't even push. And it's like, then it's just a wasted fucking ult, isn't it? So he's very good, but he does require some coordination. For his E, his long range stun, and for his ult, they're both things that, work best with coordination.
True.
So,
but like most teams, you can get people to just push when you do them. Like, obviously everyone likes that split into heaven stun that you can do, and the jet always pushes up as fast as possible and kills them all. Like that is a good strategy.
That worked well for us.
Yeah,
and then a lot of people use that.
That's when you go down into sewers and then you aim your stun all the way into the top of ramp and heaven on split, and then you have a jet that immediately rushes up as soon as the stun pops. You can also flash through the wall, so people do that as well.
Yeah.
Which is a very nice setup, a very quick, easy heaven control, and then it's much simpler to take the site after that.
Yeah.
For me personally, I think he is minimum A. Minimum A. I think he's really good.
Yeah, I'd agree.
I think A would be good.
I'd maybe consider him to be a low A though, because
but
he's not very popular, so he's not been explored properly like the other agents.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? He's not as mainstream as some of the other like the main like Omen. He's been played by literally every single player in the game. So people know his abilities inside out, whereas Breach has not been explored massively. That's my only issue with him, is that he's not been explored massively. He's not a very common pick from any player in the game. You don't see him very often, and the only reason why we see him all the time is because you main him, Jake.
Yeah.
But it's something that it works very, if you actually know how to use him, it can dominate a game very easily.
Yeah, he
so
works
you want to place him A? Should we place him A?
I suppose we can do rearrangements at the end if we want to. But I feel for me personally,
cool.
Yeah, I think A is good for him.
A is cool. Brimstone,
Brimmy.
I thought he's fallen off. I think
he's fallen off major.
Now that Astra's in the game, definitely. Yeah. I mean, obviously,
back at the start of the game, he would have been.
He's an essential. Yeah. Best controller you could use, but obviously, Astra comes into play, gets them easy takes on sites and stuff like that with a wall as well. His ult has no control whatsoever. It is pretty useless, to be fair, because most of the time you won't get a kill with it. It's like Server's ult.
I don't know. I think his ult is
likely
good.
to happen.
It's better. I think it's better than the Server's ult.
It's better than the Server's ult, but it's the chance of actually getting a kill from it is quite slim.
Yeah, but the point isn't getting a kill. Yeah, the point is to force people out of positions. That's the point.
Yeah, true.
That's the point of it.
I think it's quite small as well for what it can do.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So. It doesn't actually push that many people off the site, and especially most of the sites.
But it does
a
lot
big.
Of damage.
It does do a lot of damage, yeah. But there's plenty of time to get out of it before it causes too much damage.
Yeah.
Just in general, I think he's pretty useless nowadays.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be good if the right player played him. Like, if you've been playing
lower
Brim,
ranks, he could be decent.
If you've been playing Brim for literally like thousands of hours, like since closed beta, like if you just constantly play Brim, you'd probably be better than like your typical Astra player. But other than that, I don't think he's actually that good anymore.
Yeah, it's just the main thing is with Astra and Omen, their smokes, they can put them anywhere. So
they regen as well. They regen.
Like, whereas Brim, you can only use your smokes if you're putting them onto the site you're attacking. Yeah. So like, his smokes aren't as good.
But the Brim, but the actual smokes themselves are better because they're not hollow.
That's the only benefit factor, really.
So they're actually you have to worry less about people pushing through it.
No, but still, people will push through them, and
people
the thing is, they're not completely
it's harder to do so.
unsee-through. You can sit in one of his smokes and still see someone pushing through it. It's not as clear as what an Omen or an Astra one would be.
Yeah.
But other than that, he's fucking like he's just rubbish.
In terms of his other abilities, Stimbeak are useless pretty much. Like, you very rarely find a good use for Stimbeak. I know it does make you obviously shoot.
We did play with a Brim the other day that was throwing them about quite often, and I was like quite surprised by it.
They're nice. They're nice when you get it, right?
Yeah, like.
But lots of people don't use them like.
Yeah, if you play Brim, just throw them down. Just throw them down anywhere, mate. Like I know it's a bit of a waste of money, but even still, if you can give your teammate a bit of a boost, or teammates a bit of a boost, it's helpful. That's all I'm gonna say to the Brim players, because where do you want to put him?
I'd say C potentially.
I'd even potentially say D.
Somewhere between those two.
What?
Jake's the deciding factor.
Oh god.
He's become so useless. Oh, we got a GeForce game ready, driver boys.
Oh wow, you should probably get
your updates.
Yeah, don't forget your updates. I'd say C.
You're gonna say C? Okay, we'll put it in C.
I think C is fair.
Whatever, right?
Cypher.
I think he's fallen off a bit as well.
I think he's fell off. Yeah. I think
he was the first big guy, and then
yeah. What made him so big was the exploits associated with him.
Yeah. Do you remember that first glitch where you could put a gun into a camera?
Oh my god! Yeah, in closed beta. That was awful. Like, you just put a sheriff in there. There was no like recoil. You could spam it, and the bullets would 100% hit where your crosshair was aiming. It was crazy. That was stupid.
But that's not the game. I mean, he'd be the best character.
But the thing is, that was meant to be in the game. That was not a bug, I don't think. Or was it actually a bug? There's no way.
Of course, it was a bug.
No, but how do you accidentally code something to throw into the camera and it picks the camera up and then be able to shoot? Yeah, true.
Right? So it's obviously a thing where it's like, if you have an item here and there's a controllable entity nearby, then it will just pick up the gun, right? It's just because
it's still kind of a weird bug. How it got past them in the first place is kind of beyond me.
It's weird, but it's not the kind of thing you'd test, really. You know.
Yeah, like I wouldn't think. Oh, there's put a gun in the camera.
Yeah, let's try chucking a gun at the camera. See what happens. You know.
There's a reason why betas are betas is because like the game isn't finished.
It's very true.
But I mean, in terms of actually where Cypher is now, he can still be useful, but it is. Especially on the attack side, he is barely when I play him on attack, I barely have anything to do most of the time. Put a couple of tripwires down, and then after that, I've got nothing to do.
See, that's what makes Sova the better informative character. On both sides, he can ping an arrow wherever and get that info.
Sova's harder to learn, but much higher skill level potential, basically.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Whereas Cypher is mainly only good on the defense side. If you was going to
traps as well, I'm not really a big fan of them.
They're alright. To be fair, actually,
they're alright, but I think they're just not brilliant. I don't like that you have to like chuck them out.
Yeah,
you know, it's the short range of it. The fact that you have to like manually activate it.
Yeah,
it's.
Like, if it was one of those things where if it was on a tripwire and it activated as soon as the tripwire went off, that would be great.
Yeah.
Because then you don't have to think about it. You can literally have it so you can see three people and they can't see you without having to think about anything.
Yeah, barely anyone gets caught out by tripwires anymore, you know? Like, everyone knows all the spots now. So everyone's just always checking
it. It's not thanks to me.
Nah, not thanks to
you. Oops. Yeah, I think Cypher's gone downhill mega.
Yeah, I'd put him either C or D. Personally, I'd probably say C because he still can be useful for lower ranks.
Like if he was going for a full if he was going for a full defense like play, you're planning on getting that 12-0 like on the defense,
and also the one benefit of him is that his ultimate is really good.
Yeah, the ult is very good.
Yeah, his ult is really good.
But if we're talking about just defense characters, then it's skipping ahead a little bit. But I just think Killjoy is just better Cypher.
Yeah, to be fair.
Yeah, it's true.
Because she has the alarm bot, which basically serves the same function as the tripwire.
Yeah,
and then she has like the
and it's harder to see
ult,
as well.
The fucking nano swarm. That shit's insane. It's crazy.
The amount of times I've been killed by that bloody thing.
I know.
Yeah. Right,
like she's
where
just
are we
better.
placing Cypher? Come on. Stop getting ahead of yourself. C?
I think C.
I'm happy with C. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, D.
Jet.
Lower levels, I don't think it's a hard character if you actually going to play because you need to actually play the operator. But the higher you get, if you can play an operator, Jet is insane.
Yeah, I 100% agree with that. If you've ever seen anything from the pro scenes, like Jet on the pro scenes is insane. You will see Jet in every single composition like on the pro side, especially NA, because she's just so good with that operator. It's crazy.
Like, even if she missed one shot, boom, she's out there. Like,
yeah, exactly. Just using your E, your dash ability to get out after missing a shot or even landing a shot, it makes it just impossible to combat. That's why it makes me so angry when we play against a good Jet.
Yeah, literally.
Like we played against
a good Jet.
No, we had a good Jet yesterday, didn't we, Ben?
Oh yeah.
How many kills did she drop? 40? Was it 40?
Yeah, it was 35, but we actually won 35. In the end, didn't we?
Yeah, we did win in the end. Yeah, but she dropped 35 because she had an operator.
Wait, you lost?
No, we won.
Oh, I thought.
Yeah, but she dropped 35 kills because she saved up for an operator and was just killing us. We couldn't do anything.
Yeah,
like, I swear, and then like 4 rounds in a row, she's got like 3-4Ks. Like,
yeah, exactly.
She is built for like farming operators as well. The fact that you can just go around without buying like any weapon and just use your ult for the round.
Yeah, and her abilities are so cheap
easy
as well.
To just get money. Yeah,
her abilities are so
easy
cheap.
To just farm up money.
It's like 100 per smoke, and then like a dash ability you get for free and it regenerates, and then I think her uplifts are like 200. They might have gone up in price to 300. I don't know. But she's a really cheap character, so like getting an operator with her is really easy.
Yeah.
But like you said,
in terms of a position,
yeah,
I'd say S. To be honest, I'd say S.
Say S tier.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah,
it's one of those things. If you can learn to play operator and you play Jet, you're unbeatable.
If you played Jet since like beta. Like I play Jet like quite a lot during the beta, but if I kept playing Jet and learned how to use it properly, ever since, we wouldn't be stuck at plat. I'd have carried us all the way up to fucking immortal. But yeah, I'd say either S or A, definitely. Like if you've got that, if you can learn that skill and get it down and get it done properly, Jet is so good.
Yeah.
Come on, Jake. We need your input, man.
All right, I'm fine with S tier.
Yeah, you fine with S? Right, we'll put Jet for S then.
You got to think like, is there any duelist that's actually better? Like, is there any duelist
with an asterisk? With a note.
With an
asterisk.
Quote unquote.
Right. That this is only S tier. Like this is across all. This is including like the higher ranks, right? If we're just speaking about lower ranks, then she's not S tier.
No.
In general, and like her potential, rating the potential, she's S tier. But at lower ranks, she is not S tier.
Definitely.
Very much not.
Yeah.
Okay, Omen.
Great. Fucking fantastic character, to be honest. He
is good.
Like, he's
so.
If you can learn how to play him and you can use his aggressive abilities properly as well, you
can
frag really high, and also,
support the team.
Divvy up the map, literally.
Get the smoke, get the control. His flash is good. I mean, you only get one of them, but it covers such a wide area. Like, it is good. And his smokes regenerate, which is good. You can use more than 2 smokes in a round. But other than that, I don't think he's absolutely amazing. Like, he's good.
He's not.
And it's like a good balance between having to be full support, and like be stood at the back, compared to being like he can get in there first as well. Like obviously because he's got his flash, he can just flash in and be an entry as well as a support player. I think that's why people actually like him a lot more and favor him a bit more than some of the other support characters, like Brim, for example. You ain't gonna entry with Brim.
Yeah.
And same with Astra. And same with Astra. You're not gonna entry with Astra. There's no flash there. Like unless you got a really good team and your team's flashing for you, you're not gonna do it. Whereas with Omen, there's a potential to do it, and obviously the teleport, you can use it very aggressive, like his little teleport, and get out onto a site using your flash without them even realizing, because the sound for it is fucking broken. You can hear them teleporting from where they teleported in the first place, but you can't hear them landing, like where they've teleported to. But if you're an Omen, if you play Omen, you can hear them both just as loud. But if you're an enemy, or if you're like someone else in the game, not the Omen, you hear that teleport. You hear where he teleported from, not to where he teleported to. Because the levels in how much you can hear of it is so much different. It's extremely loud from and very quiet too. So you have no idea where he is. And if you can use that properly and use that to your advantage, Omen is so good. Yeah, he's a good character. He's a good mix between controller and like he can aggress and get the kills and stuff like that. Like that's why people favor him. So
good. Yeah, he is a good mix. But then I'd also say that because he is a good mix, you know, if you're at a higher level and you have actual good teamwork and your entries actually, you know, doing their job well, then why would you even pick him?
Yeah, he becomes irrelevant. Yeah, I get where you're coming from.
If you have
it depends. It depends on how you like who's got the flashes, who's got the smokes, like stuff like that. It depends.
That's what I'd say.
You know what I mean?
I say he's good, right? But if we're talking
really
about
good.
Potential, then his potential isn't very high.
If you wanted to maximize potential out of the team, I wouldn't put him in that composition. Let's just say that. I would not put him in that composition. So I'd probably rate him maybe an A/B.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, low A, maybe high B.
Yeah.
I'd say B.
B?
We'll go for B. That's
fine. We'll go for B. That's fair. Okay, Phoenix. Don't see a lot of him.
Don't see a lot of
him. I don't think
no.
you really see a lot of him. You see quite a bit of him in the higher level games, though. People actually quite like him at high level games. I think that's because there's such a high skill gap for playing him. Like you have to have good aim. You have to be really good to play him. Whereas at low level, people struggle to get the kills and use the flash.
Yeah. And people just use the ults in like really stupid situations as well.
If you can utilize this ult properly, you can literally take over a site like that, because obviously you don't need to worry about any angles. Just run around.
Just run and get a pick and then TP back, you know. It's like, so nice.
Good at that point.
Yeah.
And also, like, his flashes are insane if you actually know how to use them.
Yeah. Yeah, he's absolutely nuts. I think he's probably one of the best for just like doing things by yourself, you know, just fragging and just getting shit done by yourself,
like,
you know.
Yeah, like if you were putting any character in a clutch situation, I'd put Phoenix up there as one of the most likely, like, to actually clutch the situation, just because he has all his abilities aren't tailored to other players, because like he can only heal himself, obviously.
Yeah, exactly.
And stuff like that. Like,
yeah, I mean that is another big point why he's like so good by himself and just so good at clutching, because you could just fucking heal yourself, you know? You could just do that. Like, how many people can just do that, can just heal themselves, and also have all of the abilities that are, like, so combat-focused and so aggressive, like...
Yeah, and he can also even do a little bit of support with his wall. Like, you can even do a little bit there.
Yeah,
like,
a little bit.
It's nothing special, but, I mean, it's there just an extra bit of help for people.
Yeah. Alright, so... Yeah, Phoenix has very good solo potential. Clutch Meister.
What a guy.
Big, you know... big plays from Phoenix.
So for his rank, I'd say minimum A.
Minimum A? I'd agree.
I'd say
I'd agree. Let's put him in A.
I like Phoenix.
Yeah. Cool.
Raze. Who we now know was released after the start of the game.
After the start of the game, well, I had no idea. No, I genuinely don't remember.
Additional character. You don't remember that?
No, I really don't remember it. I think
because everything was like calm and peaceful, and then they added Raze, and everyone was happy. Oh, look, new character. And then,
I do remember everyone getting very angry.
Happened.
Yeah, I do remember everyone getting really angry about
one
Raze.
tapping everyone.
Because like
Yeah,
Valorant are
happened.
very famous for saying the abilities don't kill people, they're for like helping you get onto the sites and stuff. And I saw like a video of someone being demolished by rays.
Oh yeah, I think I've seen that video.
Abilities don't kill you. But yeah, like rays, what a person. I to be honest with you, I don't think she's that good.
Yeah, I tend to
I think
agree.
she's like all right at both sides. Like she can be useful defensively as well. To be fair,
But like,
I feel like she's just been nerfed to shit.
but in the fact that she's supposed to be a duelist, I don't think she's actually the best duelist.
No,
a lot of her abilities
there are
more
better
support
entries.
Sort of, like the Boombot is a very good support sort of.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like that's not very good on. Well, it's all right.
But I mean, you
Yeah.
can just avoid it very easily.
Yeah, there's not a lot really to say about, like, other than the fact that her blast packs are quite cool. Like, there's kind of like a cool
blast packs
movement
are cool.
technique. Yeah.
That's what I mean. Like they have. Oh fuck! God damn it! No, cut it out.
It's gotta go in.
No. What I was going to say is that the blast packs have like really high potential.
Yeah.
Right?
Like,
So if you use them well, they can be like
Yeah.
very, very, very strong. You know?
that's the only skill side of Raze, in my opinion.
Yeah.
using
I feel
them.
like her ult is kind of shit now. It just
It used to
just
be,
annoys
yeah,
me.
but it
insane.
used to be overpowered. You have to admit, it's a lot better
Yeah,
now.
it used to
than
be
what it
overpowered,
was.
but now it's just now it's just crap though. Now it's just like pointless. I hate how long it takes to pull it out. It's so annoying.
Yeah, but
it's
did it
just
not
so
always
dumb.
take quite long to pull out?
No, it didn't. Not this long.
And
It
now
literally takes like 2 seconds to pull it out. It's so annoying.
Yeah, but now it just doesn't seem worth waiting that 2 seconds, and that's why
Yeah, it's not.
you feel like it takes longer. It might have just been the same. I mean, I don't know. Like, if it was more powerful, and you wouldn't mind waiting that 2 seconds, right? Whereas now
if it
it's
was more
not
powerful.
worth it when you pull it out.
Yeah, the area of effect is smaller. It feels like it does less
Yeah,
damage.
exactly.
It takes forever
Yeah.
to pull out.
Yeah, exactly.
You are so exposed whenever you use it.
Yeah,
Like, it's just crazy. Yeah.
Java update
Yeah.
available.
It's
I got
like
so many
for
updates.
For Raze, it's one of those things that like you can be good with it. Like it just doesn't have much potential.
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah.
There isn't really much you can go with it other than the movement.
The movement,
Like,
yeah.
Yeah, but like to a certain, like the higher you get, I mean, people are gonna be able to predict that stuff a lot easier anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's just not, for her role of entry, I just feel like there's better entries. Like, Phoenix is just better.
Reyna's
You know?
just better at entry
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
Yeah. Reyna's just, like, simpler,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's just a lot more, like, easier to understand than, like, Raze's, like, because to entry well with Raze, you have to be good at the satchels. And if you're not, then you're kind of just, like, meh,
Yeah.
right? Just not great.
Yeah. So, where do you want to place her?
I think maybe a low B or a C. Like
I'd
I'm
say
thinking like
C.
Yeah, I was gonna say C, very low C, possible D, but we'll
I
place
wouldn't
her
go
in C.
D. I definitely
I wouldn't
We'll
go
place
D.
her in C.
I'd say C. Because she still has her uses,
Yeah,
She's still,
yeah.
like, all right. And if you're very good with the satchels, you can dominate
Yeah,
completely.
you can dominate.
Kind of fills a little bit of like a jet kind of role if you can use the satchels well. Maybe like operate a raise with like loads of satchels and shit. Maybe.
Yeah.
I suppose it's
yeah.
just not as quick, really, is it?
Yeah, just not as good, but
So, Sage.
I think that's another one that's fallen off, really.
Yeah, definitely. But
she's not as
it
good.
depends
as what
on
she
the
used to
map
be.
though for Sage, in my opinion.
Yeah, for Icebox, it's needed.
Yeah, same with
Indeed, it's
Split.
Sage. Yeah. Yeah.
Like if you don't warm mid on Split, then you've pretty much lost the game. Like some maps she's worth it, some maps she's not. Like
Yeah.
it's so weird how she's changed. Like right at the beginning, it was like everyone wanted a Sage on the team.
It's because
Yeah,
the healing was insane at the start, wasn't it? Like, it'd get you to 100
Yeah,
in like 2 seconds.
yeah,
but
true.
now it's not as good. And also, I don't think healing is as necessary as it once was anyway.
No, I didn't think the healing was as necessary anyway, even at the beginning.
I suppose.
Like
yeah.
it's nice, but it's not really needed. Like you could 5v5 without getting healed. That's fine. Like it's not needed, but it's
No,
nice on
but
some maps, especially the
main,
wall.
The main thing is the res and the wall. right?
But the thing is, I don't even think the res is that useful.
The res
the
is
amount of
very
times,
useful. It's
the
just
amount
a
of
free
times
other
peop-
member. It just
Yeah,
turns
true.
a 5v5 into a 5v6. It's so much better. Like, it's literally...
Well, no, it's still a 5v5, Jake.
So I mean,
I know.
players-
Yeah, it
Well,
doesn't. It
because-
doesn't
yeah,
add a player
if you
to the
trade
game.
if you trade one, right? Let's say, it's a 5v5 and then one person trades. So then it's a 4v4. Then you res that person, then it's a 4v5.
Yeah, exactly. Not
But it's
a
like, it's another life
5v6.
that you have just on the back.
Yeah, true.
It's another
But it's
life
still
you
not
just have on the back
5v6, you
burner.
idiot.
Fine, it's not a 5v6 at the moment.
It's never going to be a 5v6. I'm not going to
Yeah,
lie.
you're not going to get a
You just
character
have
with
a
an
guy on
ultimate
your
that adds a
bench.
new
It's
player
a
to the game.
5v5 with a guy on your bench. That's what it is.
That's what you want to go with.
The way he thinks about that is just stupid.
What? It's true.
No, he's stupid.
It's true.
Anyway,
Yeah.
Sage.
Middle of the group.
I wouldn't put any higher than a B.
No, yeah, I think
Really?
she's very middle ground. B, yeah, I'd say B.
I don't.
What are you
I don't
thinking?
know.
Like, I won't put her any higher, and I won't put her any
No,
lower.
no.
Like, she's needed sometimes not. Like, she's very a middle choice.
Yeah, I feel like it's just. I wouldn't ever complain if I had a Sage on my team.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Like, B is just fine. Like, you're not gonna moan, so B. I'm happy with B. Sova. No, I don't think he is either. Jake probably wanted to place her at S or something like that.
No, I didn't want to put her at S. I was thinking A, maybe.
Nah. Very middle ground in my opinion.
I think the res is just really good.
The thing is, I don't think it's that useful.
I think
It
in what world
depends
is a
on-
res not useful?
No, because half the time you get rezzed and die
What
straight away
fucking
anyway, because...
Yeah, but
Well,
that's
she's
just bad
resing the wrong
players, but-
person.
No, it's not just that. The res is so noisy as well, and the fact that you can't really cover it with a smoke or a wall, because that person getting res goes out of the smoke or wall, like above it.
Yeah.
You just know it. I don't think it's that useful. Like, it can be useful. I get where you're coming from with it. Obviously, it's going to be useful in some situations, but most of the time, I'd say a good 8% of the time, getting res is just useless.
I don't think so.
See, I'm going to disagree with that, but I still think she's only B.
Yeah,
I think the
don't...
res can get you around. That's the thing. Like the res can get you
Yeah,
around.
yeah,
If the
exactly.
if the Sage actually revives someone who's not in plain sight, and they've actually got time to get themselves adjusted and stuff.
But the whole point of an
Mhm.
ultimate is to get around.
But other than the ultimate, she doesn't really have loads
No,
to
exactly.
offer across the entire game.
Yeah.
I guess so. I mean, I still think the wall is very good.
The wall's good, but it's not as good as what it used to be.
Oh, you're
If
going
we're
robot.
talking about Sage
Yeah,
last
yeah,
year,
Mike's gone stupid.
mine. What the fuck
Yeah,
is
you're a
it?
robot.
Why?
There you go.
If we was talking about Sage last year, she would S tier, 100%, because her wall was indestructible. Her res was good, like it was even better somehow. Her slows were better,
And her healing was way better.
and her healing was better. She would be S,
Yeah.
but because all that's been nerfed, she's not as good anymore.
Yeah.
No way.
No,
I don't.
she isn't as good.
She's a lot. She's just shit now. she's so mediocre now. Like, it's weird. Like she was essential, and now she's just like, yeah, doesn't matter if we have a Sage.
It's like, we'll take it, but I mean...
Exactly. Like it don't matter. Like the
I
healing.
guess that's fair.
The healing factor is just not it anymore for a Sage. Like if someone's gonna pick a Sage, it ain't because of the healing factor.
Yeah.
Right, let's move on to Sova.
Yeah, let's move on.
Sova.
I really rate Sova sometimes. Like,
Yeah.
It can literally get info out of nowhere.
If you're good Sova, then
It's a hard to
Yeah.
learn character, but massive skill potential.
Yeah.
the only
he's
reason
tough.
it's hard to
He's
learn is
really
because you need
difficult.
to like know these lineups for these arrows and stuff like that. Like if you've seen recently the double shock arrows onto bomb spots,
Yeah.
like it's happened to us in a few games. Those
Hmm.
double shock arrows are lethal. Like if they throw one that takes longer to land and throw another one that's quicker and then land at the same time, it's so crazy.
Oh, really?
Like who would
That's
who would
crazy.
have
I haven't actually
yeah.
seen that.
Who would have ever thought about making them? Like, that's so
Yeah,
like
really smart. And obviously
amazing.
They could literally kill anybody instantly if they both.
Yeah, both hit at the same time.
75.
It's like boom, instantly dead. It's so mad. Like it happened to us. Like it was like you could hear him bouncing around, and you're like, oh shit, is it gonna land yet? Is it gonna land yet? I'm nearly defused.
So
yeah,
also, I remember I was on ascent attacking, going through B. He's put 2 through that the little gaps in the top of the part building, and he just killed like 2 people. Like
yeah,
at the
because he
start
had a
of the round.
lineup for it, didn't he? So that both of them landed at the same time. Like it was crazy. So the skill gap is amazing with Sova, and you just got to be very like imaginative and smart about it.
I say similar to Jet in that aspect. That Jet, if you don't know how to play Jet, she can be useless. Like Sova, she can be useless if you don't know how to play. But if you know how to play Sova and Jet, they can be insane.
True.
Yeah,
I feel like the only part of his kit that I don't like is the ult. I think the ult is
Oh yeah, the
ult
ult
is
awful.
bad.
But I suppose that's a counteract with his other abilities, because his other abilities are good.
Everything else is great. The drone is fucking crazy. Obviously, you've talked about the shock darts. The shock darts are very good. The dart is obviously very good. But also at the same time, like, if you don't use the dart correctly, it can basically just tell you, oh, okay, they're not coming to the site. Because every single time they come to the site, they dart this site. If they don't dart it, then they're not coming here. That's what happened a few times playing against, like, shit Sovas, you know?
Yeah,
that's
you
the
gotta
main
know
thing,
what
like-
you're doing, and even more than just lineups, you need to know when to use the lineups and when to use it, right? Because if you use it in the wrong situation, you know, those darts give the enemy team intel, you know? You gotta be careful with it. So you could really fuck up your team if you're not careful playing Sova. You can really fuck them up.
Yeah, true. So where'd you guys want to place him?
I'd say minimum. I'd say A probably. To be
I'd
honest.
say A. I think I agree with A.
Yeah, I agree with A as well. I think A's
I do
very
like him.
reasonable for it.
You know, for the intel role, he's much better than Cypher. I'd much rather have a Sova
he is
than
now.
a
Yeah,
Cypher.
anyway. Back when Cypher it was just broken, I would have put Cypher probably at A, but now he's a bit useless. So Sova is the better intelligence
They
guy.
fixed all of the camera
spots and stuff
They
like
fixed
that,
the fun part.
Exactly.
Yeah, literally.
They fixed the fun shit, man.
So Viper.
I barely ever see Viper. Barely.
Yeah,
No.
she's like,
Yeah.
She's
Have you seen
she's better. She's better than she
her
was.
new exploit at the minute?
No.
No.
Her rule. If you place a rule like in these lineups kind of things, you can sit on the edge of her ult, and you know when you go inside of her ult, it's like you can only see so far. You can have it so that you sit just outside her ult, but you can see inside it, unlimited range. So you can see people that can't even see you because they're inside it, but you're not actually inside it. It's like you glitched into it.
Yeah, you're on. Like,
That's a new thing with our ult at the minute, and it's actually really OP. But that's gonna get patched really quick.
Yeah, that's just an
We
exploit.
can't
So
base
that's
that
not.
on.
That's
No,
not
I
really.
Just wanted to mention it. Like it is
No,
crazy.
it's interesting, you know. And she is a lot better than what she used to be.
So she used to be literally useless. Like
Used to be
true.
terrible, really bad. At least she has some use now. But
one-way
she's still
smokes.
not great.
Pretty good. Her war's a lot better now. I remember when her war first was like, you know, like when we first played the game, her war was useless.
Yeah.
But now it's a lot better. It goes full length now, doesn't it, and stuff like that. And
Or does it go like what full map? Some bullshit.
Yeah.
no, yeah. Like before, it used to stop when it hit a wall or something like that. But then they made it so that you could get it all across the whole map.
Yeah. But I still don't find any position where she's, you know, in terms of smokes, Omen's better at smokes. Like, getting, like, having a wall, I mean, obviously a sage wall is better. Obviously, I know it doesn't cover as much, but there's never really a time where you need to cover the entire map like that.
The only good use for Viper is her one-way smokes. That's all I'm gonna say. Like her rule is awful.
But even that,
Her mollies
who
are
even falls
okay.
for that shit?
No,
Who falls for
nobody
that?
nowadays because everyone knows about it. Her molly's okay. Her
Yeah,
rules,
it's alright.
meh. I'm not gonna lie. I think this, in my opinion, is my first D.
Yeah, I
Proper
either
D.
maximum C, like a low C, but that's
Yeah, like
yeah.
she's absolutely useless. I'm gonna
Like,
say D.
I never find a reason why I'd pick Viper.
Yeah, she's just like okay, but there's just
Like,
better.
but there's no
choices,
good
you know?
use for her. In a
Yeah.
team competition, she has no place. That's like she's so like out of it.
So look, you need defined roles to a certain extent. Like even the ones we've got in C, like Brimstone can still get into sites and get like smokes down. Cypher can still find basic information, and Raze can still do some stuff. Whereas Viper, there's nothing there that I would think.
True.
She's the best at what she does. No,
there's nothing there.
She's genuinely just no place for her.
When has anyone ever said like, "Oh, we really need a Viper in this comp"? Holy shit, we really need a Viper right now. Nobody says that.
Oh my god,
said nobody ever.
Yeah. Oh, Viper mains rip.
You're watching when you've looked Viper main. I feel bad, but change.
Maybe change. Yeah.
Yeah, roasting the Viper mains.
Reyna.
Oh.
Used to be, but before the nerf was literally like.
Yeah, she got rebuffed though.
Yeah, but not as
she got
crazily
rebuffed.
Insane.
Yeah.
Like
she
when
got
you can
rebuffed.
have 4 orbs around standard, I mean that was insane.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
You still have that?
Yeah,
I don't remember
that. Now she can only have 2 per like if she gets kills and stuff. But before, when she was first released, she had 4.
Yeah.
What? I don't remember that. That's crazy.
Yeah, I do remember that actually. She's still good though. She's so basic, so it's like easy to use.
She's a nice, very entry level entry fragger.
Yeah.
But
She's nice.
even then, she's still good at a high level.
Yeah.
Like
for me, I'd compare.
She's simple.
You know how Cypher is to Sova. Like Sova's just got that. Cypher's good base level. I'd say she's like that to Phoenix.
Yeah, I'd agree.
She hasn't got the skill potential, but she can still be useful if you're not at a high level. And
but the thing is, I think she does have the skill potential. That's the thing. Like the flashes, they can get broken, but they're really, really good. And because of her simplicity, because of her simplicity, you can play her at a low level and you can play her at a high level very well. And there's not a very high skill gap, but the skill gap with aim does it all, if you know what I mean.
I suppose,
like,
yeah.
If you're the best aimer,
I still think I agree with Ben. I think she's like just lower level Phoenix. If you can't play Phoenix very well, then play Reyna. If you still want to play that kind of like entry role, that kind of like high kill, fragging kind of role. Yeah. If you want that, then Reyna's a very good pick. That's what I think. But I would say at higher levels, Phoenix is probably better just for his abilities.
Yeah. But in position wise, I'd say B, to be honest. I think she's a solid B.
Yeah. I think she's a B.
B's good.
Yeah.
Killjoy.
She's a fucking pain in the ass to deal
Oh
with.
my god.
She's so bad to deal with.
Those abilities honestly frustrate me so much when I'm playing against her.
Yeah.
It's like pushing out on on Ascent on B, and she's got 2 of her nanobots lined up down that left side. Every time she sets something on land bot, and then you run through 2 lots of nanobots and you're dead.
Yeah.
Like, it's so annoying. And then a sentry sat in that corner where you can just see the tip of its head, but it can still shoot you. Oh, she's such a good character if you have her on your team.
She's just irritating, though. She's just so annoying to deal with.
Yeah. But those are the sort of characters you need sometimes, just because it get under the skin of your opponents and just they can lose their red.
Yeah.
I like her. You know how like we were talking about like Reyna being like beta Phoenix,
Yeah.
I kind of think, obviously we said Sova is like alpha Cypher, but I also think Killjoy is like alpha Cypher as well. Yeah. Because she's just a much better defender than Cypher.
Say she's basically the defensive version of Sova to a certain extent.
Yeah.
Well, look, Cypher kind of splits off into a tree. You have his intel side, and that goes to Sova, and then you have his defensive side, and that goes to Killjoy. Yeah. Right?
True.
But either way, he's at the bottom of the tree. They just, it kind of like Sova and Killjoy are just more specific. Cypher's just a combination of the 2 roles.
Better, just generally just a lot better at what they do.
They're just generally better. We've
I
been
genuinely
fucked by
think
so many Killjoy ults recently. It's crazy.
Yeah, like I genuinely think she's one of the best, if not best, characters to pick at the moment.
Yeah, because her ult, if you can place it in a decent position, you've won a round because you've got the sight. It doesn't matter if that's retaken or that you get in the sight. That sight becomes a no zone for like 10 seconds, and you literally take over it.
Like, if you know like different strategies to use her and like place her abilities on the same site. So like for example, be on Ascent. Obviously, there's a strategy where you place the alarm bot and then 2 nanobots like down that left side. Like that's gonna get activated once, and people aren't gonna run down there anymore. And then you have a different setup for that as well, and you just like alternate between different setups. Like she becomes overpowered. Like you're just gonna avoid B completely at that point, which means you're gonna stack A on the defense side. Like the attackers aren't gonna go B because of that. If you use her right and you get in the minds of your enemies, she's really fucking good.
Yeah. I'm
thinking potentially S, to be honest.
Yeah, so am I.
Yeah, this patch right now,
so
I'm thinking S. I think she's really good.
She's really good. Shove her in S then. So, Skye.
Skye.
I really like her personally. I know she's not up there with some of the other characters, but the potential she's got, like the way when I'm just with the dog, I can actually go straight into the thing. I know that site is completely empty or something like that. It's sometimes.
I think she's a better breach, flash wise, and like actually initiating. I think she's better other than breach's ult.
I wouldn't go that far.
I think her flashes are a lot better than breaches.
I think her flashes are good but finicky, right?
But finicky, yeah. But if you've been playing her for a while, yeah, exactly.
Right?
That's what I mean. Like her flashes are more advanced.
Breach is quicker. Breach is quicker because the flashes are simpler, so you can get in faster. Right.
Yeah, but her flashes also tell you when you blinded someone.
Yeah, that's a positive.
That's information as well, which makes her better than breach instantly.
I don't know.
She gives information from a dog, and then she can concuss with that dog. Then she's got her flashes that tell you when you flash, so that's more information. Her ult gives you information. I think she's really good.
Give a lot of info.
Like mix in between info and being able to initiate into a site. I genuinely think she's really good.
She's good at a lot of different things.
But the skill level's so high, it's hard to be extremely good with her. And that's where your simplicity argument comes in, Jake. Where like you're like, Breach is so simple to play. Why would you not just play Breach instead of Skye?
And also, I mean, as we've kind of seen looking at this, we tend to like the ones more that are more suited in their roles, right? Breach is more of an initiator and Skye is more of an all-rounder, right? So she does have a lot of positives to her, right? The intel stuff is very good, but in a good kind of like high-level team comp, you want each person to have a very defined role. Then I think Breach is better for that.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Like, Breach's flashes, situationally,
also there's less
better
team flash potential with Breach as well. It's a lot harder to flash your teammates.
Because literally, if you've still got all your flashes and you're retaking a site with Breach, you've pretty much got the site. Because you can literally just spam all 3 into a wall. They're blind for like 5-10 seconds or whatever, and you've got that round. Skye is very like, you can't do them as quickly. You haven't got that. She's good on. I feel like she's very good on the offensive side. Like her flashes aren't as useful defensively sometimes. Because
I do like Skye, right? I think in terms of what she's better at than Breach at, I'd say she's a lot better like by yourself. She requires less like team coordination and teamwork. You can do a lot more by yourself with Skye, right? So for people who aren't doing 5 stacks or are just like soloing, I think she's a very good choice for that. I think she's great. But if you do have a little bit of communication or you're queuing with people and you have some teamwork going, I think Breach is better for that personally. Is what I'd say.
I'd say she potentially either A or B.
Yeah, I would say A or B as well.
I'd say I'd probably lean more to A.
Yeah. Cool.
I think A. I like her. I do.
Yoru.
Yep,
right, Astra.
Easy.
That's literally what we were talking about when your computer was broken.
Yoru, man.
He is so bad. He is honestly so bad.
He's good, but he's bad at the same time. Like, his abilities don't fit. It's like Viper. He doesn't fit in because there's people that are better at what he does.
Yeah.
Completely better. Like, if they buffed him and like give him, do you know what? There's no, we can't. No, he's going in D.
D. I think that's an easy D. I think that's a unanimous
D. Then he
D.
debate that he is genuinely so bad.
Astra. Come on, guys.
Astra's one of them that got potential.
Yeah, but we haven't seen her potential yet because she's so new.
sometimes there is times like, you know, when you've got like no stars or what. I'm not sure. I don't know every single in and out of the character, but there's a lot of time where she just hasn't got anything to do. Sometimes when because she's got no stars, she's useless at that point. Like, she can't do anything sometimes. But when at the start of the round, if you place your stars correctly and you can make sure you actually attack the sites where you've got smokes or whatever, she can be very useful. And also her ult can get you around like that. Like,
I'm a big fan of the ult, I have to say. I really do like the ult a lot.
Well, what you were saying about the smokes, though, is like the only reason why I end up with no stars is because people don't push the site when I use my abilities.
Yeah.
Like, you have to be so coordinated when using an Astra as a controller, because her smokes last a long time. Concuss and stun obviously don't last very long at all.
Yeah.
But if you had a 5-stack to listen to you,
mid, really.
Yeah,
it's one of those
like,
like,
but even the gravity
team.
Yeah, the gravity's not great, really.
The only good thing with the gravity is that it pulls them off planting. That is all I use it for, and that's on defense. I use the smokes on attack, and then I do use the stun every now and then if I
What did I see with Astra recently? I think I saw an Astra comboing well with a Raze recently. I'm pretty sure like I saw an Astra that would like use the suck, and then the Raze would throw the nades, and it would work very well with that.
Yeah.
You know, but obviously because like, I mean, with us three, me, Breach, Ben as Sky, and you as Astra, we don't really have much to combo with your suck. You know,
No,
you need something. You need someone else.
I'm throwing my dog into it.
Yeah, but that's not. You know, we need like a damaging, like an area of effect damage skill. You know, like if we have a Raze or a Killjoy or like a Brim ult. You know,
it's one of them for me personally. In a 5-stack, I'd say an A. But if you're not in a properly coordinated team, she's a C. So based on that, I'd personally go B, just because it's average.
I'd put her in B at the minute. Like, she's so unexplored, for example.
At the minute.
Like, yeah, that's what I mean. Like, she's so unexplored. We don't know fully like the potential that she will add to the game, obviously. So I'd definitely put her at B.
Yeah, I feel like later on, as we see more with her, she will be an A, I think.
She could either go up or down, really. Never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, I don't think she'll go down. I think I'm more leaning towards that she's actually an A character.
Yeah.
But I feel like she kind of needs to prove herself a little bit, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
Come on, Astra, prove yourself.
Yeah.
And stop doing that humming thing. That is so annoying.
Yeah,
oh my god.
It really pisses me off.
Voice line. Remove that voice line.
Please, if you're listening, Riot, please do that.
Yeah, please.
Damn.
So, we got
I'm completed it.
I mean, any adjustment, guys? Any adjustments? I think we smashed it there.
Go through it again. Read it out, Will.
So we've got Jet in S, along with Killjoy. In A, we have Breach, Phoenix, Sova, and Sky. In B, we have Omen, Sage, Reyna, and Astra. And then in C, we've got Brim, Cypher, Raze. And in D, we've got, sadly, Yoru and Viper.
Wow,
why sadly? They're useless.
Yeah, well, the people that coded them characters must feel right shit. They've wasted the time.
I mean, they look cool. They're two of the coolest looking characters.
Yeah, the people that designed them didn't code them. So the people that designed them didn't waste any time. Yeah,
I think Yoru needs some tweaking, and then he's gonna be good.
Yeah,
Viper, I don't know about. But
so Yoru's got potential. It's just that he's terrible right now.
Yoru has the potential to be good later on, maybe.
Unless they change Viper's abilities completely.
Don't think that's gonna happen though.
But for now, she's definitely D tier.
Yeah, I think this is pretty good. I don't think we need to really change anything.
I'm happy with it.
Yeah, I'm really happy with it.
This, yeah.
That's cool then. Sorted.
Yeah, sorted. Done. This is the official tier list. There is no argument. There is no alternate tier list. This is number one tier list. Correct opinions.
Number one.
Right.
If you disagree, you're stupid.
Yeah.
If you disagree, subscribe to my YouTube channel.
Yes.
If you agree, also subscribe.
Yeah.
Follow us on Spotify.
Follow us on Spotify. Follow us on all of it. Everything.
Do it. I agree.
Do it. The best Valorant podcast.
Unless you're a Yoru main.
Yeah, if you're a Yoru main or a Viper main, you can get out, mate.
Yeah, just get out of here.
See you later, buddies.
Oh, God.